Not every Escalade is the same. I've been under the hoods of these trucks for years. Same badge, same body, same luxury interior, completely different story under the hood depending on the year and the engine you're sitting on top of. Some of these engines will run 200,000 miles on oil changes and routine maintenance. Others will quietly build toward a $4,000 repair you never saw coming, and the truck will look perfect right up until it doesn't. The worst part is that most buyers have no idea which one they're getting. They see the Escalade name and assume the rest takes care of itself. 7 engines, 3 you need to avoid, 4 that have earned genuine loyalty from the people who own them. Let's get into it. Worst, number 3, the 6.0-liter LQ9 2002 through 2006. The first-generation Escalade that arrived in 2002 came with a 6-liter V8 that was, on paper, a serious engine. 345 horsepower, built on the LS architecture that had already proven itself in Corvettes and Camaros. For a luxury SUV in 2002, that was a legitimate powertrain. The problem is not what this engine was when it was new. The problem is what it became after 20 years of hard miles. The 6.0 LQ9 in these early Escalades has reached an age where most surviving examples have seen inconsistent maintenance, high mileage, and the accumulated wear of 2 decades of ownership. Cam phasers on the variable valve timing system wear out and rattle on cold start. Intake manifold gaskets go. Oil consumption starts showing up as the piston rings wear. These are not catastrophic failures. They are the expected decay of an aging platform that has not aged particularly gracefully. The bigger issue is cost per mile going forward. Parts availability is still reasonable because the LS platform was so widespread, but finding a shop that knows these early trucks well, combined with the repair frequency you can expect from a high-mileage example, makes the 6.0 LQ9 Escalade an increasingly difficult ownership proposition. You're not buying a new truck, you're buying someone else's 200,000-mile engine that the market has largely moved past. My rule on the early 6.0 LQ9: documented oil change history from a conscientious owner, a cold start you listen to for a full 2 minutes before you consider making an offer, and a compression test before any money changes hands. No service records? Walk away. A cold start rattle that fades after warm-up? Negotiate hard or walk. These trucks are priced low for a reason, and that reason usually shows up within the first year of ownership. Worst, number 2, the 6.2-liter L86 V8. 2015 through 2020. This one is harder to talk about because on paper this is a genuinely impressive engine. 420 horsepower and a luxury SUV, magnetic ride control, a redesigned interior that was legitimately competitive with anything in the full-size segment when it launched. The 2015 Escalade was the truck that reminded people why Cadillac exists, and the L86 was supposed to be the powertrain that justified the price. The problem is active fuel management, GM's cylinder deactivation system. Under light throttle loads, the L86 shuts off 4 of its 8 cylinders to save fuel. In theory, this works. In practice, the deactivation lifters that manage this process cycle constantly in city traffic, under conditions they were not designed to handle long term. The oil pressure variations in stop-and-go driving stress those lifters in ways that sustained highway driving doesn't. Over time, typically somewhere between 60 and 100,000 miles, those lifters wear and collapse. When a lifter collapses on an L86, it wipes the cam lobe it rides on. Metal debris circulates through the oiling system. The repair requires pulling the intake manifold, replacing all 16 lifters, the camshaft, and rebuilding the top end of the engine. $4,000 on the low end. $8,000 is not unusual. I've seen estimates higher than that at dealers who know the owner has nowhere else to go. I've pulled valve covers on L86 Escalades with perfect service records. Oil changed on time, every time, and found collapsed lifters and cam lobe damage at 75,000 miles. The maintenance history did not save those engines. The AFM system created conditions that routine oil changes could not prevent. I've also had service advisors at Cadillac dealerships tell owners that repair was not economically worth doing on a high-mileage truck and that they should consider trading it in. Think about that. A dealer recommending you buy a new vehicle instead of telling you about a $270 device that prevents the failure entirely. If you own a 2015 through 2020 Escalade with the L86 and you do not have an AFM disabler installed, get one before you do anything else. A range technology device plugs into your OBD2 port and keeps all 8 cylinders active all the time. $270. It does not modify the ECU, it does not affect anything else in the truck, and it essentially eliminates the primary failure mode on this engine. I'll come back to this engine in a few minutes because with that one addition, the story changes completely. Worst number 1, the 4.6-liter Northstar V8, 2002 through 2006. This is the one. The engine that has cost Escalade owners more money and more regret than anything else in the truck's history. Cadillac put the Northstar in the early Escalade as a statement. This was their flagship technology. A dual overhead cam, all aluminum V8 with impressive power numbers for its era. 462 cubic inches of perceived luxury. On paper, it looked like everything the Escalade was supposed to stand for. The reality was an engineering disaster that became one of the most documented engine failures in American automotive history. The Northstar's fundamental problem was its head bolt design. The head bolts thread directly into the aluminum block, and aluminum does not hold threads the way cast iron does over thousands of heat cycles. The threads pull out, the head gasket fails, and because the Northstar was an aluminum engine with minimal clearance around the head bolts, the repair requires removing the entire engine from the vehicle to properly rethread the block with time certs. A Northstar head gasket job done correctly, engine out, block properly repaired, not just retorqued and hoped for, runs $3,000 to $6,000 depending on the shop. Done incorrectly, it comes back. I've seen Northstars with 4 head gasket repairs, each one progressively less successful than the last. The engine does not fail completely immediately after the first repair. It fails slowly, giving the owner just enough hope to keep spending money on it. The cold start behavior on a Northstar approaching head gasket failure is distinctive. White smoke on startup that clears after the engine warms up. A coolant reservoir that requires topping off every few weeks. An engine temperature that runs slightly high but never quite reaches the red. Every one of those symptoms means the repair is already in progress. The question is just how far along it is. My rule on the Northstar Escalade: white exhaust smoke on startup, walk away immediately. Coolant reservoir showing any signs of recent topping off, walk away. A seller who tells you the previous owner just had the head gasket done, ask for documentation and walk away unless you can verify the engine out repair was done correctly with time certs. These engines can be repaired properly. They rarely are. Most used Northstar Escalades have had work done that delayed the inevitable rather than fix the problem. They're priced low because the market learned this the hard way. If you've ever owned one of these, you already know exactly what I'm talking about. Most people don't figure this out until after they buy the truck. Now, let's talk about the 4 engines that actually earn their keep. Starting with one the market has largely moved past, which is exactly why it belongs on this list. Best number 4, the 6.2-liter L92, 2007 through 2014. After the Northstar era ended and GM moved to the new generation Escalade in 2007, they put in an engine that represented everything the Northstar was not. The L92 is a 6.2-liter V8 built on the LS platform, cast iron block, aluminum heads, a naturally aspirated design without variable valve timing complexity, and a track record of high mileage durability that owners were already documenting in Corvettes and full-size trucks using similar architecture. The L92 in the 2007 through 2014 Escalade was rated at 403 horsepower. More importantly, it was an engine that knew what it was: a strong, honest V8 that made power without drama and lasted without surprise. Owners who maintain these engines properly, full synthetic oil at 5,000 miles, transmission fluid serviced at reasonable intervals, no extended oil change neglect, have documented examples crossing 200,000 miles without major powertrain repairs. Some are still in daily service at higher mileage than that. Active fuel management was present on some L92 applications in this generation, but it was implemented less aggressively than in the later L86 generation. The same range technology AFM disabler that protects the L86 works on the equipped L92s. On L92 examples without AFM, this concern disappears entirely. What to check before buying an L92 Escalade? Cold start. Listen for 2 minutes. The L92 should start clean and idle smoothly from the first second. Any tick, rattle, or knock that does not immediately clear is worth investigating before you hand over any money. Ask specifically whether the transmission fluid has been serviced. The 6-speed automatic in this generation develops a shudder when the fluid is neglected past 100,000 miles, a problem it costs under $200 to address if you catch it early, and significantly more if you do not. An L92 Escalade with a clean cold start and documented service history is one of the strongest used luxury SUV purchases available. Best number 3, the 6.0-liter LY6 2007 through 2014 Escalade ESV. The LY6 is the 6-liter V8 that appeared in the 2007 through 2014 Escalade ESV, the long wheelbase version, and it is the engine most buyers walk right past. They look at it, they look at the L86 with 420 horsepower and a modern interior, and they choose the L86. Then 6 months later, they're in my shop asking about a $4,000 lifter job. The people who chose the LY6 are still coming in for oil changes. The LY6 is an LS architecture 6.0-liter with a cast iron block, 362 horsepower, and torque characteristics that make it genuinely useful for owners who actually tow with their Escalade. Any mechanic in the country knows this platform cold. No turbos, no cylinder deactivation, no lifter failure pattern to work around. Just a heavy, overbuilt V8 that responds well to consistent maintenance and keeps going when everything else starts costing money. What makes the LY6 underrated is that it sits between two more headline-grabbing options, the L92 on the earlier trucks and the L86 on the newer ones. Most buyers skip it entirely. That's a mistake. This is the engine people overlook, and it's often the one that gives them the least trouble. On reliability and simplicity of ownership, it's not a step backwards from the L86, it's a completely different calculation. Less power, zero cylinder deactivation risk, and an LS bottom end that will outlast almost anything else in this segment. The rule I give customers shopping for one: avoid anything with deferred maintenance on the upper engine. The LY6 rewards consistent oil changes and punishes neglect with oil consumption and cam wear. A high mileage example with documented 5,000-mile oil change intervals and no smoke on cold startup is a truck I'd recommend without hesitation. An example with unknown service history at over 120,000 miles is a gamble I would not take. Best number 2, the 6.2-liter L86 2015 through 2020 with one condition. Yes, this is the same engine I put on the worst list, and I need you to understand exactly why, because this is the most important thing I can tell you about buying a used Escalade. The L86 is a genuinely great engine. 420 horsepower, magnetic ride control, the most refined interior Cadillac had produced in years. The 2015 through 2020 Escalade is one of the best full-size luxury SUVs ever built. The only thing standing between that truck and long-term reliability is a $27 manufacturing decision that GM made and a $270 device that reverses it. A range technology AFM disabler installed on the day you take delivery changes the entire ownership equation. With that device in the OBD2 port, the cylinder deactivation system never activates. The deactivation lifters never cycle. The failure mode that generates $4,000 to $8,000 repair estimates never develops. I have customers with L86 Escalades past 130,000 miles, trucks that had AFM disablers installed at purchase, that have never had a lifter issue, not one. The trucks that come into my shop with collapsed lifters and wiped cam lobes almost always have one thing in common: no disabler. The AFM system ran until it failed. $270 installed at purchase would have been the entire conversation. When you shop for a 2015 through 2020 Escalade, the first question to ask is whether an AFM disabler has been installed. If yes, verify it's currently active and plugged in. If no, negotiate the cost of the repair risk into your offer price. Then, install the disabler the day you take delivery. Do not wait. Do not tell yourself you'll do it next week. The failure does not wait. The day you install it is the day the clock stops. With that one addition, the L86 Escalade moves from a liability to one of the best used luxury SUVs you can buy at any price point. Best number 1. The 6.2-liter L87, 2021 and up. If you want one answer to what is the best engine Cadillac has ever put in an Escalade, this is it. The L87 is GM's 4th generation small block V8, 420 horsepower, 560 pound-feet of torque in the Escalade application, and underneath those numbers, GM finally addressed the AFM problem properly. The L87 uses dynamic fuel management, a completely redesigned cylinder deactivation system that operates differently from the earlier AFM. Instead of deactivating a fixed set of 4 cylinders under all light load applications, DFM uses 17 different patterns to deactivate cylinders in smaller, more varied combinations. The system cycles less aggressively, distributes the load across the engine more evenly, and has so far shown significantly less of the lifter wear that plagued the L86. By 2026, early L87 Escalades have accumulated enough real-world mileage to say something definitive. The pattern that generated thousands of documented lifter failures on the L86 has not appeared on the L87. Not scattered cases, nothing consistent. The dynamic fuel management system behaves fundamentally differently under the stop-and-go conditions that destroyed L86 lifters, and the results show it. The engineering changes GM made are not cosmetic. This is the first Escalade engine that does not come with a known failure mode you have to work around. The L87 also benefits from everything else GM learned from 15 years of Escalade production: revised cooling system, updated transmission calibration in the 10-speed automatic that replaced the 8-speed, better cold start oil delivery that addresses the pressure variability that contributed to L86 lifter wear. This is what the L86 should have been. What to check before buying an L87 Escalade? Transmission fluid service history. The 10-speed automatic in this generation benefits from a drain and fill at 45 to 60,000 miles, and the service matters more than GM's documentation suggests. Cold start. The L87 should be completely quiet from the first second of startup. Any tick on a cold L87 with under 100,000 miles is worth having inspected before purchase. And verify the maintenance interval the previous owner followed. The L87 rewards full synthetic Dexos oil at 5,000 miles and punishes extended intervals the same way every modern GM V8 does. The 2021 and newer Escalade with the newer L87 represents the convergence of everything GM learned from the Northstar disaster, the AFM lifter problem, and 2 decades of real-world Escalade ownership data. It is the most capable, most refined, and the most reliably engineered version of the Escalade platform ever built. The Escalade can look identical across model years. Same badge, same stance, same presence in the parking lot. The engine underneath is the entire purchase.